Welcome to the 2011 Southeastern Guitar and Amp Show in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Ross from Sound Pure, and we're here with Rich Flickinger of Flickinger Tone Boxes. Today we're going to go over a few of the newest items from the Tone Box line. We're really excited about the newest amp that we're carrying, the Velvet Mite, and we'll have Rich describe what it's all about.
Basically, the Velvet Mite is a single-ended amplifier. It's a single 6V6 tube, and it has a couple things that make it a little bit different than your standard 5 to 10 watt amp. It's paired with a 210 cabinet that can be closed or open back, so it gives you a little bit more of a bigger amp sound, and it's a little bit more versatile than your standard 10-inch speaker combo. It also has your standard volume and tone that you'd be familiar with some of the Tweed amps, but it also has this bite switch, which basically switches the negative feedback amount, which changes how linear the amp reacts,
okay.
And it also changes the amount of breakup you get. So on the lower setting, it's going to be a little bit more linear, a little cleaner, and on the other setting, you're going to get a little more grit, a little bit more mid-range hump, and depending on your playing style, that'll what you would go for. The amp is really full at low volumes, so it makes it a great bedroom amp, makes it a great studio amp, or if you play in a quiet band, you can get some really awesome clean sounds. And if you crank that volume, you can get that real dirty, bluesy, tweedy sound.
Very sweet drive in this amp. And what sort of speakers have you decided to go with? I know you were experimenting with some different combinations. Do you prefer any particular combination now?
A lot of people are very particular about their speakers, so I wanted to just pair it with something that I felt was, showing what the amp did, because a lot of people end up replacing speakers and cabinets anyway.
Sure.
So rather than investing in a really expensive particular speaker, I went with some high wattage ceramic Jensens in there that are very transparent, sort of like a vintage 30 sort of sound, and it allows us to keep it at the price point. And if people are really stoked about a certain speaker, they haven't really invested a lot in those, and I think they sound great with the amp.
Yeah.
Some speakers, some people put low wattage amps with some speakers that break up early, but I think that the characteristic of the amp breaking up was superior to a lot of the speaker breakup I was getting.
Sure.
So after working with Jensen to try out some of their different speakers, I went with the Falcons, or what are in there.
Okay.
And I'm really happy with it.
Thanks for joining us at the Flickinger section of the 2011 Southeastern Guitar and Amp Show. I'm Ross from Sound Pure. Check out soundpure.com for the entire Flickinger line.